most important thing that I learned this week were pointers for how to handle uncertainty and the messiness of design research and how to work in a group. The research pointers were simpler than I expected. Sometimes simple advice is best. Essentially, it is research precisely because no one knows the answer. It's not worth beating yourself up for not having a clear picture of your path from the beginning. From the discussion on group work, I took away a few things that I need to keep in mind. I need to remember to speak from my own perspective and realize that I'm speaking from a singular point of view and also not assign meaning to what others have to say. Agree to disagree. This can turn out to be a huge advantage in process. In the end, you have multiple good ideas to explore. Identifying assumptions. My group identified the limitations of our process and models that we were working with, but not explicitly defining assumptions. This might be a nice warm-up exercise. It could help you to get to know your other group members better. Reflecting in silence. I'm generally uncomfortable with silence, especially as part of group work, but I think it would be good for me to take some time to silently reflect, so that reflection is not just about formulating my next suggestion. I also learned a new method for resolving contested decisions, decision by consensus. I think it does a good job of allowing all opinions to be heard while still making a unified decision. I think it could work especially well here since we have such small groups. It is nice to be explicit about how disagreements will be resolved at the beginning so that you're not trying to decide that in the heat of the moment. I learned about both research and group work during Friday's studio pep talk and discussion, and through subsequent research on our studio group work, as well as full group discussions in studio and seminar. This newfound perspective will make it easier for me to move through my thesis research with confidence, even when things seem unclear, and will hopefully make me a better group member. What I learned from the group work discussion was not surprising in content, but it was surprising was how much I needed the refresher. My group for studio worked really well together, and we all felt ownership of the work that we did, so I thought I had nothing to worry about. I realized that I didn't have a plan for what to do if discord did present itself. Now I do. Also, I realized that I don't keep all of the tips in mind during full class discussions. I hope to become a better listener. I want to learn how this plays out in real life. I want to try the decision by consensus method and see what modifications could or should be made to it. I want to hone some research skills. It's one thing to have confidence while researching. It's another thing to have the skills to back it up.